Would the Eagles actually consider trading Gardner Minshew to the Dallas Cowboys? Is there a chemistry problem between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown? And how smart is Howie Vision? Is the A.J. Brown contract already a bargain? Find out on this episode of Philly 500. Dallas still stinks. Yo, everybody, doing King Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So I ask you guys a serious question. I'm gonna ask you Eagle fans a serious question. Are the Dallas Cowboys fans scared of us? Are they scared? I mean, because to me, they look nervous. They sound a little bit nervous. I'm just saying, it just seems like they're very, very concerned about what the Eagles did this offseason. And they should be. Now, we're going to get into all of it in a second. But before we do, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for Eagles content, daily NFL content. You don't want to miss any of it. This season is right around the corner. We're going to go through a little dry spell here, but there's going to be content every day as well as live streams. You don't want to miss it. And if you've been subscribed for a while, thank you for all the support you give me. But if you don't mind, just look down and make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you're still subscribed. Just double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube acts gagoots unsubscribing people. Now, I just got back from my daughter's graduation from middle school. So congratulations to her. I love you, Bella. Congratulations. Now it's time for high school. Do your homework. You know what I'm saying? Do your homework. But, man, it was hot out there. The sun was killing me, but I'm good. You know what I mean? I had multiple people asking me for my autograph. Hey, Denzel Washingtino. Can I have your autograph? I'm not him. They actually wanted me to give a commencement speech. What's wrong with these people? I'm like, nah, I'm not him. Okay? But it is what it is. Anyways, we are back. We are home, and it's time to talk some Eagle stuff because there's a couple things that I got to talk about, got to get off my chest, okay? First thing, Cooper Kupp signed an extension. Did you guys see this? Cooper Kupp, and this was, I guess, last night. Cooper Kupp and the Rams reached an agreement today on a 3-year extension that ties him to LA for the next 5 years at $110 million. Half of the money will go to gas because gas is so expensive there, and allows him to assume his rightful place amongst the NFL's highest paid wide receivers. Adam Schefter also says the $75 million guarantee given to Cooper Kupp now represents the highest guarantee ever given to an NFL wide receiver or non-quarterback offensive player. Now listen, the reason why I bring this up, and it's important, is he just reset the market. If the Eagles would have done what everybody, not me because I wanted them to do it, but if they would have done what everybody was saying they were going to do and not touch one of these other wide receivers, not acquire a guy, not try to trade for a guy and give him an extension, it would cost them way more now than it would before Cooper Kupp made that signing. Getting A.J. Brown when they did was a complete steal and utter bargain. I mean, we were talking about Justin Jefferson resetting the market, and he's going to when the time comes. But, I mean, these prices for these receivers keep going up and up and up. Now you're going to say, well, he's not, A.J. Brown's not Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's arguably the best receiver in football. Doesn't matter. What'll happen is somebody will come along and reset the market. It always happens. You'll see guys who basically sign, the contract as the highest player. Look at Mahomes. He signed as the highest quarterback, highest player ever paid. Now he's like the 5th. So Cooper Kupp signing, to me, shows what a great move the Eagles made in signing A.J. Brown when they did. So you got to give them a lot of kudos. Now, speaking of A.J. Brown, I don't know if you guys saw Mark Holmes' video today, right? He could not wait to come and do a video talking about A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts not having chemistry. right? He was even saying, oh, practice yesterday, they didn't have any chemistry. Well, A.J. Brown didn't practice. He didn't practice. But, look, this is what he's basing it off of, okay? Jalen Hurts looks good, needs to work on connection with A.J. Brown. And Tim McManus goes on to talk about this, and he says, his chemistry with Brown is going to take some time, though. McManus also noted the connection needs some polishing after the two had a few missed opportunities. That's not something to be alarmed about at the moment. It's still early in June, and there are months of preparation to go before the start of the season. The bit about Hurts throwing better is more important right now. And there was a whole part of this article that I didn't read that talked about Jalen Hurts being better, throwing better, and looking better in his mechanics, his throwing motion. He just looks better. Even Nick Sirianni even said so. And this is what's more important than how well they're connected right away. That's going to take time, okay? But most importantly is that Jalen Hurts looks like he's about to take a big jump. So when I see Mark Holmes' video and he's scared, crying and worried about the Eagles, to me, it just makes me believe more than ever that the Cowboy fans know that the Eagles are coming for the division. We're coming for the meats. We're coming for your meats. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. Elliot Shore-Parks wrote this, tweeted this out yesterday. I believe it was yesterday or earlier today. But he said, Jalen Hurts in the 2 OTA practices that were open to the media, he went 20-25, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Now listen, I'm not one to sit there and make big number about the stats of the OTAs and stuff like that. My point, and the only point I'm trying to make, is that the implications on that video that I watched by Mark was that Jalen Hurts is struggling, and him and A.J. Brown are struggling, and it doesn't look good for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts has looked as good as you can look in OTAs. Now, none of it matters until they put pads on and they get on the field and play. But no Eagle fan should worry about the connection between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. Don't worry about it. It's nothing to worry about, okay? And it's funny because today you got the Cowboy fans talking about A.J. Brown and the connection between him and Jalen Hurts. But then you got them clamoring and hoping and wanting to get Gardner Minshew. They literally want to trade for Gardner Minshew. Some of them, not all of them. Now, here's what I'm going to say. Why on earth would the Eagles trade Gardner Minshew to the Dallas Cowboys? It makes no sense at all. You're going to trade a backup quarterback to your division rivals, a guy who's a better backup quarterback at that, only making $900,000. It doesn't make any sense. There was an article, and I think it was Rocky Garza Jr. said, should the Cowboys trade for Gardner Minshew to solve the backup quarterback dilemma? I just think it's funny. It's like, well, what makes you think the Eagles would trade him? Why would they trade him? And then some people are saying, well, because Gardner Minshew has a horrible, reputation in the locker room. And then there was an article that came out that said Eagles quarterback locker room reputation question amid Cowboy trade rumors. Here's the thing. I've never heard anything saying that Gardner Minshew was a bad locker room guy, players didn't like him or anything like that. The only thing we heard was that the guy wants to start, and that when he, after he started versus the Jets last year, he went to Nick Sirianni and asked him, what can I do to start? And he said nothing. So here's a guy that's competitive, that wants to start, and it's being twisted to a bad reputation. I don't believe this rumor either. I don't think there's anything to this, okay? Gardner Minshew, he's 27 years old. I don't believe he's a franchise quarterback. He's a very good backup. 27 years old. He had 4 touchdowns, 1 interception last year in limited playing. But I thought he did a good job. And if we're in a situation where Hurts gets hurt, he misses a few games, Gardner Minshew could come in and win for you. And I do think he would put up decent numbers with the amount of weapons that we have with Brown, Devontae, Goddard. We talk about these guys every day. He would do fine. And listen, if something happens and Hurts goes out there and he does not play well, and let's say he's struggling, let's say week 9 on, he's still struggling, Eagles are fighting to make the playoffs, and he hasn't been good, well, yeah, there's there's a possibility the Eagles could bench him. I don't think that that's totally out of the question because we got to find out what we have in a quarterback this year. And if that's the case and you put Gardner Minshew in, he could go out and win the division for you. I think if Gardner Minshew was a starter on the Eagles, I don't believe he's a long-term franchise quarterback, but let's say he was a bridge quarterback for 1 year. Yeah, he could get you to playoffs and win a division, especially with these weapons. He could put up big numbers. There's no question about it, okay? But do I think the Eagles would trade him? No, I do not. I do not, and I don't think it necessarily makes any sense. He's making $900,000, okay? I think the plan for the Eagles and Gardner Minshew is simple. Okay, unless the team calls up and is going to offer you like a lot, something that you can't refuse, an offer you can't refuse, yeah, you keep Minshew. You got to keep him. I think the plan is to play Minshew this year, have Carson Strong be the third string quarterback, and then hopefully he develops enough that he could be the backup quarterback next year to Jalen Hurts and for years to come. And you have him as a backup. That is the best case scenario. That is what the Eagles are hoping for, okay? And it's interesting because there's a lot of people talking about Carson Strong and that look, the guy has a huge arm. He has a humongous arm. There's no question about it. But there's a lot of people talking about, that he could possibly be a franchise-type quarterback or has that kind of talent if he's to develop, okay? Eagles News. One analyst believes Carson Strong has franchise quarterback potential, okay? And I got this from Brandon Lee Gouton at Bleeding Green Nation. Shout out to him. And listen, I can't wait to see Carson Strong. I can't wait to see what he can do. From what I've watched of him, he has a huge arm. He's a big guy. He's 6'4", 226 pounds. He's a big guy. And he's got a huge live arm. Now the question is can he develop into a quarterback? I don't know. But it's going to be interesting to see. Best case scenario for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts works out, and then Carson Strong works out, and he develops into a really good number 2 quarterback. But if for some reason, this kid is going to get his chance, it'll be interesting. He's got the physical size, he's got the arm to be able to play in this league. Can he put it all together? Can they develop him? That'll be the question. But when I look at Carson Strong, I look at a guy that the Eagles hope will develop into a backup quarterback next year. Now, if Jalen Hurts doesn't work out or something like that, and let's say it goes bad or he has a bad year, well, then maybe they do give Carson Strong a chance at some point. He is going to be very fascinating to watch. I can't wait. He's probably one of the guys that I cannot wait to watch this season. It's interesting to me. The Eagles may... Jalen Hurts may have a lot to prove. You may not rank him as the best quarterback in the division. But when you look at the Eagles, what they have, with their including their backup, they probably got the best quarterback tandem in the division. Because listen, you can say Dak is the best quarterback in the division. I'm not going to argue. I would say the rankings. It's fair to say Dak, Carson, Jalen Hurts, and Daniel Jones. Or you could say, Dak, Jalen Hurts, Carson, Daniel Jones. I don't care what combination. I think they're close. I think Jalen Hurts has to become a better passer. However, Carson, he has the ability to pass. He just screws up and chokes. I mean, let's face it. He choked against the Jaguars. Jalen Hurts never lets that happen. So I might put Jalen Hurts number 2 in the division. Yeah, I'd put him number 2. What am I thinking? Yeah, I got him number 2. He's number 2 quarterback in the division. But when you look at it with the backups and stuff, I think the Eagles have the best quarterback tandem. And why on earth would we trade him to Dallas Cowboys? I don't know. Can't see it happening. Wouldn't do it. And, that's kind of how I feel. As far as the A.J. Brown thing, don't worry about it. The chemistry is going to be fine. They're going to go out and they're going to light it up. It's going to be wonderful. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Man, I gotta lose weight. I'm not gonna lie to you. This pisses me off, right? I went to my daughter's graduation, right? today, and it was outside, and people could bring chairs and sit down and stuff like that. So I'm sitting down next to my wife. We're chilling, waiting for the thing to start. And these ladies come and they put their chair right behind me, but they put it real close, and I could feel the lady's breath on my neck. It was disgusting. I'm like, oh, what? This woman's so close to me. Why is she up in my kitchen? Why is she so close? And I realized the woman is using me to shield her from the sun. I'm so fat, I'm shielding women from the sun. Depressing as hell. Gotta go on a diet. Denzel Washington, out.